A gas van or Gaswagen, Russian, dushegubka, literally soul killer, German, Gaswagen, was a truck reequipped as a mobile gas chamber. During the World War II Holocaust, Nazi Germany developed and used gas vans on a large scale as an extermination method to murder inmates of asylums, Poles, Romani people, Jews, and prisoners in occupied Poland, Belarus, Yugoslavia, the Soviet Union, and other regions of German-occupied Europe. During the Great Purge, Soviet NKVD used gas vans for killing prisoners. Nazi Germany. The use of gas vans by the Germans to murder Jews, Poles, Romani people, mentally ill people, and prisoners in occupied territories during World War II originated with the Nazi Euthanasia Program in 1939. Ordered to find a suitable method of killing, the Technical Institute for the Detection of Crime, Kriminaltechnisches Institut der Sicherheitspolizei, abbreviated KTI, of the Reichssicherheitshauptamt, RSHA, decided to gas victims with carbon monoxide. In October 1939, the Nazis started gassing prisoners in Fort VII near Posen. The first victims were Polish and Jewish inmates of asylums for the mentally ill. Witnesses report that from December 1939, mobile gas chambers were used to kill the inmates of asylums in Pomerania, eastern Prussia, and Poland. The vans were built for the Sonderkommando Lange, and their use was supposed to speed up the killings. Instead of transporting the victims to the gas chambers were transported to the victims. They were most likely devised by specialists from the Referat II D of the RSHA. These mobile gas chambers worked under the same principles as the stationary gas chambers. Through a rubber hose, the driver released pure CO from steel cylinders into the airtight special construction that was shaped like a box and placed on the carrier. The vans resembled moving vans or delivery lorries, and they were labeled Kaiser's Kaffeegeschäft, Kaiser's coffee shop, for camouflage. They were not called gas vans at the time, but Sonder-Wagen, Spezialwagen, special vans, and Entlassungswagen, delousing vans. The Lange Commando killed patients in numerous hospitals in the Vaterland in 1940. They drove to the hospitals, collected patients, loaded them into the vans and gassed them while they were driving them away. From 21 May to June 8, 1940, the Sonderkommando Lange killed 1,558 sick people from Sadau concentration camp. In August 1941, SS Chief Heinrich Himmler attended a demonstration of a mass shooting of Jews in Minsk that was arranged by Arthur Nebbe, after which he vomited. Regaining his composure, Himmler decided that alternative methods of killing should be found. He ordered Nebbe to explore more convenient ways of killing that were less stressful for the killers. Nebbe decided to conduct his experiments by murdering Soviet mental patients, first with explosives near Minsk, and then with automobile exhaust at Mogilev. Nebbe's experiments led to the development of the gas van. This vehicle had already been used in 1940 for the gassing of East Prussian and Pomeranian mental patients in the Sadau concentration camp. Gas vans were used, particularly at the Helmno extermination camp, until gas chambers were developed as a more efficient method for killing large numbers of people. Two types of gas vans were used by the Einsatzgruppen in the East. The Opel Blitz, which weighed 3.5 tons, and the larger Sonder-Wagen, which weighed 7 tons. In Belgrade, the gas van was known as dushegubka, and in the occupied parts of the USSR similarly as dushegubka, literally soul killer or exterminator. The SS used the euphemism Sonder-Wagen, Spezialwagen or S-Wagen, special vehicle, for the vans. The gas vans were specifically designed to direct deadly exhaust fumes via metal pipes into the airtight cargo compartments, where the intended victims had been forcibly stuffed to capacity. In most cases, the victims were suffocated and poisoned from carbon monoxide and other toxins in the exhaust as the vans were transporting them to fresh pits or ravines for mass burial. The use of gas vans had two disadvantages. It was slow. Some victims took 20 minutes to die. It was not quiet. The drivers could hear the victims' screams, which they found distracting and disturbing. By June 1942, the main producer of gas vans, Hauptstadtfahrzeugwerke GmbH, had delivered 20 gas vans in two models, for 30 to 50 and 70 to 100 individuals, to Einsatzgruppen, out of 30 that were ordered from that company. Citation needed: not one gas van was extant at the end of the war. The existence of gas vans first came to light in 1943 during the trial of Nazi collaborators who had been involved in the murder of civilians in Krasnodar. A group of 30 to 60 civilians were gassed on August 21 and 22, 1942 by members of Sonderkommando, Special Unit, 10A of Einsatzgruppe D, who were supported by local collaborators. Subsequently, gas vans were used for murder of Roma people and ill persons. The total number of gas van killings is unknown.